Hey America, let's talk about something that's been on everyone's mind lately. You know how we're always told the dollar is king? It's the currency that rules them all, the one everyone looks up to. Well, turns out, even kings can get dethroned. History has shown us that no power is absolute, and the same goes for currencies. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. This means it's the go-to currency for international trade and finance. It's like the cool kid in school that everyone wants to copy. Other countries hold it in their reserves because they trust its value. Countries hold it in their reserves. They rely on it to stabilize their own economies and to conduct trade with one another. They use it for trade. From oil to electronics, the dollar is the standard currency for buying and selling goods across borders. It's been this way since World War II. Back then, the US emerged as a global superpower, and the dollar became the backbone of the international financial system. But lately, the dollar's been acting a little off. It's like that friend who used to be reliable but now seems to be struggling. Like that friend who keeps borrowing money and never pays it back. The US has been racking up debt at an alarming rate. America's got a big debt problem, folks. The national debt is skyrocketing, and it's causing a lot of concern both domestically and internationally. And printing more money only makes it worse. When you flood the market with dollars, their value starts to drop, leading to inflation. The dollar's power rests on trust in the US economy and its stability. Investors and countries need to believe that the dollar will hold its value, but when that trust erodes, so does the dollar's dominance. If people start to doubt the strength of the US economy, they'll look for alternatives. Think of a house of cards. It's delicate and requires balance. Remove a few crucial ones and the whole thing collapses. The same goes for the dollar. If key elements of trust and stability are removed, its value can plummet. That's what we're talking about here. A scenario where the dollar's value plummets and the global economy goes haywire. Yeah, it's scary stuff, but it's a reality we need to be aware of and prepare for. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and your morning latte just doubled in price. That's the dollar collapsing, folks. See, when the dollar sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. A sudden collapse would trigger a global financial earthquake. Stock markets would crash harder than your phone after a 3-foot drop. Countries holding US debt? Yeah, they'd be in deep trouble. Think Greece, but on a global scale. Oil prices, which are traded in dollars, would skyrocket. That means higher gas prices, higher food prices. Basically, everything gets more expensive. And remember those supply chains we all love to hate? Yeah, those would go haywire too. Importing and exporting goods would become a logistical nightmare. This isn't just about some abstract financial system. A dollar collapse would hit you where it hurts, in your wallet. Remember that mortgage you have? Yeah, it just got a whole lot more expensive. Credit card debt? Same deal. Your savings, painstakingly built up over years of hard work? Poof! Their value would evaporate faster than a raindrop in Death Valley. We're talking about a potential economic meltdown here, people. Businesses would shut down. Unemployment would soar. The cost of living would become unbearable for many. And those government services we rely on, healthcare, social security, education, good luck getting those with a worthless currency. Okay, deep breaths everyone, let's talk worst case scenario. Think hyperinflation. Remember Weimar Germany? People pushing wheelbarrows full of cash just to buy bread? Yeah, not ideal. Banks could fail, riots could erupt, it could get ugly. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a best case scenario too. Imagine a phoenix rising from the ashes. A dollar collapse could force us to rethink our entire financial system. We could see a shift towards alternative currencies, gold, cryptocurrencies, or something entirely new. Maybe this crisis would be the kick in the pants we need to fix the underlying problems with our economy. Hey, a guy can dream, right? Section 5. Lessons from the Rubble. History's Currency Catastrophes. Look, currency collapses aren't exactly a new phenomenon. History is littered with examples. Remember the Roman Empire? They debased their currency so much it eventually led to their downfall. Then there's the hyperinflation in Zimbabwe in the 2000s. People were carrying around trillion-dollar bills. These examples might seem extreme, but they serve as a stark reminder. No currency, not even the mighty dollar, is immune to collapse. The warning signs are there. The question is, will we learn from history's mistakes, or are we doomed to repeat them? Section 6. Gold, Bitcoin, or something new, the race to replace the dollar. So let's say the dollar does bite the dust. What takes its place? It's a question that has been on the minds of economists, investors, and everyday people alike. The dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, but nothing lasts forever. Well, the race is on, folks. The contenders are lining up, each with its own strengths and weaknesses, vying for the coveted spot of the world's next go-to currency. In this corner we have gold, the OG of currencies. Gold has been used as a medium of exchange for thousands of years. It's the original store of value, trusted by civilizations across the globe. It's tangible, it's durable, and it's been a store of value for centuries. People have always turned to gold in times of economic uncertainty. Its luster and rarity make it a reliable fallback. But let's be real, carrying around gold bars isn't exactly practical. Imagine trying to buy groceries with a chunk of gold. It's heavy, it's cumbersome, and it's not exactly user-friendly in our fast-paced digital world. Plus, its price can be volatile too. Gold prices can swing wildly based on geopolitical events, market speculation, and changes in supply and demand. It's not as stable as one might think. And in the other corner, we have Bitcoin and the crypto crew. These digital assets have taken the world by storm, promising a decentralized future free from the control of central banks and governments. They're decentralized, they're digital, and they're all the rage these days. With the rise of blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies offer a new way to think about money and transactions. But they're also unregulated, prone to hacks, and their value fluctuates more than a teenager's mood. The lack of oversight and the potential for massive losses make them a risky bet for many. Of course, there's always the possibility of a new, as yet uninvented currency emerging from the ashes. Innovation is constant, and who knows what the next big thing might be. Maybe it'll be backed by something tangible like, I don't know, renewable energy. Imagine a currency that gains value as we generate more clean energy. It could revolutionize both finance and the environment. The point is, the future of money is up for grabs. Whether it's gold, Bitcoin, or something entirely new, the race to replace the dollar is heating up. And in this race, the only certainty is change. Section 7. Reinventing money. Could a dollar collapse reshape finance? Here's the thing about crises. They can also be opportunities. A dollar collapse, as catastrophic as it would be, could force us to rethink our entire relationship with money. We could see a move away from centralized systems controlled by governments and banks. Decentralized finance, powered by blockchain technology, could take center stage. Imagine a world where you control your own financial destiny, where transactions are transparent and secure, and where the power is in the hands of the people. It sounds utopian, right? Well, a dollar collapse could be the catalyst that pushes us towards that future. Section 8. Expert opinions: what the smartest people are and aren't saying. Now, I'm just a comedian with a fake news show. Don't take my word for it. The experts are divided on the likelihood of a dollar collapse. Some say it's inevitable, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Others believe the dollar's dominance will endure, that it's simply too big to fail. The truth is, nobody knows for sure what the future holds. The global economy is a complex beast, and predicting its every move is like trying to herd cats. But one thing's for sure, the current system is unsustainable. Something's gotta give. Section 9. The future of money. A world after the dollar's reign. Imagine a world where the dollar is no longer the dominant force in global finance. What would that look like? How would it impact our daily lives and the global economy? So what does all this mean for the future of money? The shift away from the dollar could lead to a more diversified and resilient global financial system. Different currencies might share the spotlight, each playing a unique role in international trade and finance. Well, it's safe to say we're in for a wild ride. Financial markets could experience significant volatility as they adjust to a new reality. Investors and businesses will need to navigate uncharted waters, adapting to new norms and opportunities. The dollar's reign as the world's reserve currency might be coming to an end. This transition could be gradual or sudden, depending on various geopolitical and economic factors. Countries may start to rely more on regional currencies or even digital currencies. The question is, what comes next? Will we see the rise of a new global currency, or will multiple currencies coexist in a more balanced system? The possibilities are endless, and the choices we make today will shape the financial landscape of tomorrow. Will it be a world of chaos and uncertainty? The transition period could be marked by economic instability and uncertainty. People might face challenges in managing their finances, and businesses could struggle to adapt to new financial norms. Or will it be an opportunity to build a more equitable and stable financial system? This shift could also open doors for innovation and collaboration. Countries and institutions might work together to create a fairer and more inclusive financial system that benefits everyone. But one thing's for sure. The future of money is being written right now. Advances in technology such as blockchain and digital currencies are already transforming the way we think about and use money. These innovations could pave the way for a more efficient and transparent financial system, and it's up to all of us to decide what that future will look like. Our choices, actions, and policies will determine the direction of this financial evolution. By staying informed and engaged, we can help shape a future that reflects our values and aspirations. Until then, maybe stock up on some canned goods and bottled water, just in case. While we navigate these uncertain times, it's always good to be prepared for any eventuality. After all, the only constant in life is change.